my name is Anais and I work at Local Matters. Today I'm going to be talking about food. At Local Matters, that is what we are all about. But today in particular, I'm going to be talking about our My Plate. The My Plate food guide is an example of what we would want our plates to look like when we are eating, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Today I have different foods that we would want to see on our My Plate. And up here you can see we have our fruits, we have our vegetables, our grains, our proteins, and then we have dairy on the side as well. As you can see in the picture, we want most of our plates to consist of foods like fruits and vegetables, whole grains and proteins, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So for preschoolers or kindergartners like yourselves, our recommendation for fresh fruits and vegetables are about half of a whole food, or something like an apple or a clementine or an orange like I have in front of me today. We also have options like frozen fruits or vegetables, but we don't need as much of it. For things like frozen fruits, I like to use things like frozen bananas, which especially during the summer months, you can put in a blender and make a delicious smoothie or even a popsicle. And you can also use things like fruit juice. One of my favorite types of juices to drink is 100% cranberry juice. It's a little bit tart and you can water it down if it's a little too tart for you. But when we're drinking things like fruit juice, we don't need as much as we need for whole foods like apples. One of the differences between eating different fruits like apples, frozen bananas, or even fruit juice is the amount of nutrients that we get from them, but also the amount of fiber that we get. So something that helps our bodies process the food and let them leave our body is fiber. And this is gonna give us lots of nutrients, but it's also gonna help our bodies feeling full and keep our energy all day long. If I was drinking a half a cup of fruit juice, it's gonna have lots of sugar, and it's also gonna have vitamins and nutrients, but it's gonna give me energy to run on the playground all day long. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna burn out because all of that sugar is gonna be spent. If I eat something like an apple, which also has sugar, but is also filled with things like fiber, it's gonna help me play on the playground all day long, but it's also gonna give me the stamina to keep playing and not feel so tired at the end of the day. For things like vegetables, I have before me celery. Now this is what we call a stalk or a stem vegetable because it grows out of the ground like this. Celery is really fun because you can use it as a snack to carry other delicious items like my protein today. So you can eat things like carrots or broccoli or celery like I have here. And you can pair them with other foods if you don't like vegetables just on their own. A lot of friends that I go into the classrooms don't feel super strongly about eating celery, but if we pair them with something like peanut butter, you can put them like a boat or ants on a log, put some raisins on it, and it's a great way to combine your fruits, your vegetables, and your proteins all in one. And it's a great snack. You can put it in your lunchbox or when you get home as well to eat. And then I have my grains. So one example of a really easy grain to eat every day is oatmeal. It's full of nutrients. It's packed with fiber, which is gonna help our tummies and keep our energy going all day long. But one really easy snack for breakfast or even when you get home are oatmeal. One thing that I eat personally every week is a nice big bowl of oatmeal. And I love it because I can add whatever I like into the oatmeal. So one example of something that I would add to oatmeal is cinnamon. I can cut up my apple and put little apple chunks in there to make it a cinnamon apple oatmeal. If I have raisins at home, I can add my raisins to it. I could even add maple syrup or maybe even chocolate chunks. But it's something that you can customize and make it your own and be a chef every day and have a different flavor oatmeal. And it's really nutritious for you and it's gonna fill your tummy and help you plan all day long. One other thing I wanted to talk about is the different vitamins that we find in our food. So you'll notice I have orange, I have brown, I have green, my bananas are yellow, and I even have some red. All of these colors help to give us the vitamins and nutrients that we need in our daily lives. And every color gives us a different vitamin, which helps a different part of our body. So when we are eating foods that are red, orange, purple, yellow, blue, and green, this is going to give us vitamin A. And these help different parts of our bodies. This is gonna help our eyes so we can see better. It's gonna help our hair to grow nice and luxurious. It's gonna help our teeth to grow, our skin as well. It's gonna help our bones to be nice and strong. Now, what colors do we have here on our plate already? We have some orange from our clementine, and we have green from our celery and from our apple. We also have a little bit of red from our cranberry juice. So we're already going good with vitamin A. Now, what vitamin do you think we have next? It's vitamin B. For vitamin B, we can find this in our brown foods and in our green foods. Today, we have brown foods such as oatmeal or even peanut butter. And we have our green foods like our celery and our apples. This is going to help things like our skin, our blood, our bones again. It's gonna help our immune system to keep us healthy, especially when everyone in your classroom is getting sick and sneezing and coughing. This is gonna help you stay a little, maybe less sick than the rest of your friends in the class. And it's also good for our brain and our nervous system, which is really, really important. Next, we have, what do you think comes after A, B? We have vitamin C. Vitamin C can be found in a lot of different foods. We have white foods. Sometimes white and yellow get confused, so we'll consider this the white food for today. We also have orange foods, red foods, purple foods, green foods, blue foods, and yellow foods. That's a lot of options. So you have a lot of opportunities, no matter what your favorite foods are, to get some vitamin C in your diet. Today, again, we have our orange and we have our green, and we also have our red. And vitamin C helps our entire body. It's so great for us. And it's really important that we get that, especially when we're feeling a little sick. Sometimes you might hear people say drink a little bit of orange juice or make sure you get some vitamin C. And this is because it's good for our whole body in general. Now, there's another vitamin, D, which you might be thinking of. We're gonna only get that from the sun. Unfortunately, we can't get that from the foods we eat, so it's really important to get some sun, whether you're taking a walk outside, smelling the flowers, playing on the playground, and that's going to help us in that way, but we cannot eat it. So today we're skipping to vitamin E. Vitamin E we can get vitamin E from brown and green foods. So we have, again, our oatmeal, our peanut butter, our celery, and our apples. And you might notice that this is kind of similar to vitamin B, and we like to call them cousin vitamins or friends. They're buddies, buddies. Vitamin A and C have the same colors as each other, and similarly vitamin B and E have the same colors that we can get these nutrients from. And again, vitamin B is going to help our whole body and our brains. It's going to help our muscles to be nice and strong, and it's going to help our immune system. And lastly, it doesn't make sense to jump all the way to this letter, but our next vitamin is vitamin K. And this is what we call a super vitamin, and we can get it from superfoods like leafy greens. An example of a leafy green is spinach or kale. We can also get it from green beans or asparagus, as you see in this picture, but we find it in green foods. So green foods are something that are really, really good for us. Green is personally my favorite color, and not because it's a super vitamin, but it helps. So for things like our apples, our green apples, or our green celery, these have vitamins A, B, C, not D, E, and also K. So these have all the vitamins other than vitamin D that our bodies need, and that's why it's really important that we eat green foods. Think of some green foods that you like and maybe try them for a snack or for dinner today. And lastly, like I said, we have our vitamin D. And just as a reminder, this is something that we only get from the sun, and this is going to help our bones, and it's going to help our immune system, and it's going to help us feel good all day long. So try some colorful foods in your diet. At Local Matters, we like to say eat the rainbow, and not necessarily like Skittles, but getting a variety of different foods, different colors foods, different textures, and maybe if you're trying some new things, you'll find out that you have a new favorite food. I hope you try some fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and proteins later today, and tell us what your favorite fruit or vegetable is. Thank you.